we've covered TV, and let's see. Next up, we're moving on to film. Your favorite topic. Okay. So, guys, what are your thoughts on Phase 4 slate of films? The many, many, many upcoming films that Marvel Studios has for us.
For me, I think the craziest moment was when they posted that showcase, that sizzle reel about 2 weeks ago, which started with Stan Lee and his last speech, and man,
Yes.
it gave me goosebumps. I mean, wow. I mean, they've done sizzle reels before, right? Montages and all of that.
Oh, God, yes.
But to have
It's the most
Stanley
incredible thing in
and
the
his,
world.
I think that was his last few words before his unfortunate demise and his
That
passing
world
away.
may change and
But very
evolve.
powerful words about coming together
But
as
the one
family
thing that
wherever
will
we are,
never change,
wherever we are,
we're all part of
whatever
one big
part of the world
family.
we may belong to. At the end of the day, we are all a family of geeks and fans, and to come together, to combat various problems today, especially racism, the Great Divide, and so on and so forth, and all through the magic of cinema. And then when they just started showing one after the other, all the stuff that was coming out, the upcoming, of course, Black Widow, which hopefully we're getting in July. Then of course you
Fingers
had
crossed.
Yes.
and then of course the other subsequent films coming after that, including we have Spider-Man No Way Home, which, my God, there's so much being discussed, so much being talked about, so many denials, of casting. It's one of the, I haven't seen people work so hard to deny stuff as they have
So
when it
many
comes to the casting.
It's the worst kept
trailers, so many
secret.
fake trailers going around.
Yeah, the fake trailers, and then of course all this, Tobey Maguire and
Andrew Garfield.
And
Andrew
for
Garfield
once,
saying-
Tom Holland is actually keeping a secret.
Yes, yes, I think he's learned his lesson quite well. The actually this time it wasn't any of the MCU. What do you call it? The cast who basically spoiled something. It was, I think it was Jimmy Fallon. No, not Jimmy Fallon. Who's the other talk show host?
Kimmel.
Kimmel. Jimmy
The
Kimmel.
other Jimmy.
It's the other Jimmy. Jimmy Kimmel was introducing Rachel Weisz, and he inadvertently let out her character's name. So I won't spoil it for you.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, you can go and look it up. But basically, she's a very interesting character from the Black Widow, from the whole mythos behind Black Widow, and she's a very interesting character. So the way they're introducing her in the film as a motherly figure is very strange, because when you find out who she is, and if you do a little bit of research, it's going to be interesting how they're going to bring her into the MCU. And of course, we have there's so much more.
There's Doctor Strange too.
Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, as we talked about. And of course, Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Finally, they fixed the issue with the Mandarin, because that was such a cluster fudge back in what do you call it? The Iron Man 3, because Mandarin, the character, if you I mean, I'm sure both of you are comic, you know who the Mandarin is, how powerful he is. The way they brought him in, or they tried to bring him in, was like, I don't know, it really left a bad taste in my mouth. But
I don't care. I still love that movie.
no, the movie is brilliant.
Yeah.
The movie is brilliant. It's just the character of Mandarin.
Saying that's the real guy is,
Yes, that was very annoying, because I mean, Mandarin is probably I'd put him as Tony Stark's worst enemy, or most bitterest rival. So it's sad that you won't get to see Tony Stark going up against him. But it'll be Shang-Chi, and there is a very strong relationship. Again, I'm not going to spoil it. There's a very strong relationship between Shang-Chi and the Mandarin that they're going to explore in the upcoming movie. And then, of course, all the other teasers, they reveal the names. for Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, and then Captain Marvel 2 suddenly became the Marvels, and the Marvels will be basically all three.
There's
It'll be
all three of them, yeah.
yes. So the third person is Monica Rambeau, as I mentioned earlier, from WandaVision.
Monica Rambeau, Miss Marvel, and
Yes.
They actually did a good job with Monica
Yeah.
Rambeau's character in WandaVision.
Yeah, and she is, if just from the comic book perspective, she was also one of the Captain Marvels in the comics way back in the mid to late 2000s. So it's going to be interesting how they put her into the movie, and then of course you have Quantumania, that is Ant-Man and the Wasp, and
long before that, Eternals is coming.
Eternals, of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, Eternal. See, with all the memes with Eternals and all that, I almost forgot. But you know what I'm really excited for was the last movie they teased in that. The last, well, at least the logo.
I think I know what this is.
I mean, finally, man, Fantastic Four comes home. The rumors are strife. I mean, given how everybody's denying things, I've always been a big fan of Emily Blunt and John Krasinski being the two members of Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Right?
John
But
Krasinski
Emily Blunt is point
Emily
blank.
Blunt.
But Emily
They're
Blunt
just
is
waiting for that confirmation, right?
Yes. Emily Blunt has point blank said, no, that's not my kind of thing, not my cup of tea. But, you know, given how denials are being issued for No Way Home, I think we are going to be in for a surprise. Let's see.
I am dying to see those two in a Marvel movie.
Yes.
I am dying to see those two in a Marvel movie. And as Reed and Sue Storm, please.
Another movie that I'm excited for is Thor: Love and Thunder. I loved Ragnarok, and to get Taika coming back to do this is really exciting. And the cast in this movie is insane. Like, so Natalie Portman is back. Christian Bale is in the movie. The Guardians are going to be in it, right? The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, there'll be a brief.
Jeff Goldblum is mentioned in the cast as the Grandmaster. And I think one of the coolest parts of Ragnarok was when they had those cameo actors as themselves in that little play. So they're going to be returning as well. So yeah, so it's going to be really cool to see what Taika is going to cook up for this movie. Yeah. It's gonna be insane.
So we basically have two Thors.
Yeah.
It's based on one of the recent Thor comics that came out about 5 years ago, the Mighty Thor, and that is when Thor himself, when Thor himself was deemed unworthy, and Jane Foster had to take on the role as the Mighty Thor. So that's already been confirmed. It's going to be interesting to see how, because Chris Hemsworth has been very strong in saying he's not quitting the MCU. In spite of the fact that Natalie Portman will be taking on the role, he's still going to be Thor. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, so maybe he'll spin off into something else. Maybe let's see. Hoping for some Asgardians of the Galaxy kind of adventure. I mean, there's a lot of potential because the little brief thing that we got in Endgame, that I want to see more of that, because Thor going out with the Guardians would be really cool.
It'll be.
Yeah. And going back to Doctor Strange too, I mean, Sam Raimi is coming back, which is why I'm really excited, because they're going to have a bit of a horror focus on this one. And Sam Raimi is the perfect guy, because you can have that sense of humor that he brings, but also the horror element. So that'll be really cool. Chiwetel Ejiofor is going to be Mordo. So hoping to see him in a more antagonistic role this time around. Danny Elfman is gonna do is the composer, and of course he's a frequent collaborator of Sam Raimi. They did Spider-Man and Darkman and a bunch of other stuff as well. And speaking of Spider-Man, I'm secretly hoping that Doctor Strange 2 is actually Spider-Man 4. Have you guys heard of that meme where
I heard
Kevin Feige walks in to watch Doctor Strange 2 and the title comes as Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4, the movie he didn't get to make. So yeah, so secretly hoping for that. Yeah.
Also, Doctor Strange Doctor Strange 2 will be the introduction of the first LGBTQ character in the MCU, America Chavez. She'll be the first Latina LGBTQ character in the MCU. I can't remember the name of the actress. Also, I don't know how to pronounce the name of the actress, but I just know that she's playing America Chavez. Yeah, I can't pronounce her name. So, but yeah.
That's a very hard name to. Let me see if I can get the pronunciation.
Yeah. Oh, but also after everything we saw in WandaVision, with Wanda's powers escalating like that, I mean, you can imagine what we're going to see in Multiverse of Madness, right? With Doctor Strange and Wanda together, like the amount of power, the amount of, I mean, excuse me for the pun, but the amount of madness that we're going to see in that movie.
And they hinted that she's more powerful. She's more powerful than Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got it.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
You found the name?
I found. Well, I'm going to try it. It's Xochitl Gomez Ramirez. There you go. Xochitl. So the X is pronounced as an S.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. So yeah,
okay.
Yeah, back to what.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Wanda and Doctor Strange.
So they alluded to her being the most powerful user of magic or the magic arts, basically more powerful than Doctor Strange himself, given the chaos magic that she wields. That's what they talked about, or what Agatha Harkness alluded to in the TV show. And if you have read this comic called The House of M, this is how powerful Scarlet Witch is. She just uttered the words, "No more mutants." And that's all she said. And all the mutants just lost their powers. That's it. In one go, one sweep. That's how powerful a character Scarlet Witch is. So
what if she brings the mutants?
That is something, yes. That is something that they've been talking about a lot. Because like you saw,
she just got it.
Because I mean, what's she doing in the movie that's dealing with the multiverse, right? I mean, apart from the connection between her and Doctor Strange being the only users of magic that we know so far, there doesn't seem to be anything.
There's also a connection to Spider-Man as well, because
yes,
I think Doctor Strange is supposed to appear in that.
He's going to be like the mentor figure. So you had Iron Man, yes, Tony Stark in the first movie. Then supposedly Nick Fury, but not really Nick Fury. And then also, what do you call it, Mr. Crap, I keep forgetting his name.
Doctor Strange.
No, the friend then becomes villain in No Way. No. In the second Spider-Man movie.
Mysterio.
Jake Gyllenhaal's character. Mysterio. Yes. So Mysterio also initially is like a mentor.
Yeah.
Yes. In No Way Home, it'll be Doctor Strange who will take on that role apparently. So
he needs a babysitter.
He needs a babysitter. So it's going to be interesting to see how, like you said, how mutants come in. There's a possibility. A lot of people are talking about it. So yeah, let's see how that works out.
Okay, so are there any movies that you guys want to like dive into?
Yes, well, Black Panther 2, which is now being called Wakanda Forever. I really want to see how they're going to go with that. They've said that they're not going to bring back the Black Panther character, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther character, honoring Chadwick Boseman in any way. I mean, they've done that for certain characters in the past, but they wouldn't do it for Chadwick Boseman, honoring him and his legacy. So it's going to be interesting to see what angle they take. Now everybody's been excitedly talking about it. The actors, the cast members from the movie have been talking about how it's a proper honor to the legacy of Black Panther and the Kingdom of Wakanda. So it's going to be really interesting. Are they going to go in the way of the comics and bring his sister Shuri as the next Black Panther, or will it look into? Because see, they're already talking about a Wakanda-based TV series, so I don't think they're going to go too heavily into Wakanda itself or the culture. They're going to use that probably for the TV series and keep all of that for the TV series. It's going to be interesting to see how they pay homage and at the same time carry the legacy forward. There are rumors there too that they may introduce Namor into the MCU through Black Panther, because in the comics, Namor and the Kingdom of Atlantis is basically the only other very advanced civilization that's on the same level as Wakanda. So Namor in the comics saw Wakanda, has always seen Wakanda as a threat, and he has invaded Wakanda a few times. So there's rumors that maybe this may set up for his introduction into the MCU. They've got the rights back from Universal, if I remember correctly. And so that's the Wakanda movie that I'm looking forward to. With what do you call it? With Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. One of the things we just recently heard was that Dave Bautista has said that this will be his final, portrayal of Drax. He feels that it's time for him to move on and for somebody else to take the role. So that should be interesting. It'll also probably be the final iteration of the current lineup of because in the comics too, the Guardians of the Galaxy have had different iterations, different members. I mean, apart from Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord, the other members have shuffled around, and it should be interesting to see what direction they're going to take with that going forward.
I want to see that Sylvester Stallone team up they had.
Yes.
That was a cool cast of people there.
So apparently they were in the comics those characters that Sylvester, Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh.
Who's the chap who played what do you call Lex Luthor in the Smallville series? He was one of the characters.
Oh yeah. Michael Rosenbaum, right? And there was also Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus was playing another character as well.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the robot. There was like a I can't remember what it was. Some kind of a robot character. She just had a few lines.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, there would have been a whole bunch of cameos. I mean, the first Guardians had a bunch of cameos like Nathan Fillion and a bunch of others. So, wouldn't be surprised. And of course, a thing that they've been teasing which they teased at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh yeah.
Was Adam Warlock. And Adam Warlock, if you see, this is where
very powerful character.
Being a comic book geek pays off, because oh my god, man, Adam Warlock if Adam Warlock was present in the MCU, I don't think Thanos would have been able to do half the stuff he did.
Yeah.
That's how powerful the character Adam Warlock is. I mean,
he's originally supposed to be part of the Infinity storyline, but
exactly.
But they couldn't do that, I guess.
Yes. I think maybe because bringing him in would have then, not allowed, like I said, Thanos wouldn't have been able to pull off.
Yeah.
Would have been very difficult, because the power levels that Captain Marvel is literally nothing compared to Adam Warlock. That's how powerful he is, right? And then there are other characters from that mythos, Quasar and a few others. They're all on a power level that is just insane. So I think they're keeping all of them for the latter stages of the phase 5, etc., etc. And then of course there is we talked about the tie-in from Secret Invasion to all the space movies. So they've said that Marvel Phase 4 will heavily focus on the space aspect of the MCU, because a lot of movies have been
and also the cosmic stuff.
Cosmic stuff. There you go. So they're going to really focus on some of that through Guardians of the Galaxy, from Multiverse to Guardians of the Galaxy, and of course, even apparently the Thor: Love and Thunder will also look into some aspects of the cosmic aspect of this thing. I'd really love if they introduce one of my most, a character really close to my heart, Nova. I really hope they introduce him through one of these movies, because Nova, I was really disappointed when they didn't have him in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or 2. I mean, he's another brilliant character that I really hope they bring in at some point.
So many movies.
Yeah,
It's hard to keep track of everything.
It's hard to keep track. But I did find something interesting today when I was just going through stuff for the Black Widow, and I found out that Olga Kolyenko has a role, apparently a secret role in Black Widow, because she's been added into the casting. I mean, already the casting of Black Widow is crazy as it is. We have Robert Downey Jr. doing a cameo, probably based on one of the earlier scenes from Civil War, and then we have this guy William Hurt coming back as Thunderbolt Ross. But I was surprised to find amongst all the other actors there was Olga Kolyenko mentioned very subtly, and then on doing a little bit more research, apparently she has a secret role to play in the movie, so that's going to be interesting. Also, are any of you familiar with the character of Taskmaster?
What are you doing to me, Vasanth?
It'll be interesting to see Taskmaster, yes.
Yes, but have you noticed something?
Yes.
Taskmaster seems to be very feminine.
I think
there was a rumor, yes.
Right? This is going to be interesting because Taskmaster seems to have a very feminine look to.
And Taskmaster is a really cool character, even.
I think both of you know, like, this movie is one that I am waiting for the most, right? Right? Yeah. So I both of you know that, right?
Tread carefully, Vasanth.
I have been dying for this movie. I have been theorizing and hypothesizing, and I've been so
we are getting you.
I've been reading this comics lead up to the movie and stuff like that, and I read this one comic. I won't say what. Yeah, you are. I read this one comic that is apparently a lead up to the movie or something like that, and I was like, wait a second, what? Is she? And I was like, no, just don't.
I don't want to know. Now you don't give us hope.
But this is why I'm not watching any more trailers or anything like that. I just don't want to know.
Yeah.
Even I avoid.
I won't give you hope.
I usually watch the first trailer, and then I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna watch this, so I don't want to know anything else.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, like I told you guys before, being the admin at the Geek Club and having to to moderate and to check and ensure that no spoiler threads go through means I'm exposed to all the spoilers, so I have no choice but to to do whatever I have to protect myself. But one thing though, I'm a little concerned about the fact that David Harbour's character, which is Red Guardian, who technically is the Russian version of Captain America, they're showing him as a very senior or older character, and I was really hoping. See, these are the three. So when you have Captain America, you're really looking forward to seeing his counterparts, Captain Britain, and and then of course you have the Red Guardian, like I just mentioned. So they're all pretty much on the same power level, and they all basically have the same function. They are all superpowered, enhanced super soldiers who are very patriotic about their country and serve the country in various ways. So I'm going to wait till and see how the movie takes it. But to see him so old, or well, not old in that sense, but not like Captain America himself, it is a little worrying. So I want to see how they.
Yeah, but the thing is, what we've seen so far with all the super soldiers, right? Even though they are very powerful, but they still grow old. Like what we've seen.
True.
They do grow old, so maybe that doesn't really matter. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but it would be nice to see. I mean, so he's part of something called the Russian version of the Avengers, known as the Winter Guard.
I think he's supposed to be like a parental figure to Natasha. That's why they're showing him in that aspect.
Yeah.
I think that's the point.
He's more of a mentor, I guess, then.
Yes. But like I said, it will be really cool to see the Russian version of the Avengers, which better known as the Winter Guard. Really be cool to see them, be something that we see later down in the MCU, because that's a very rich, plethora of characters, and there's a lot of rich mythos there to explore.
Okay. So Nuwan, what about you? Your favorites are looking forward to?
You mean on the movie side?
Yeah.
So I think we already talked about a lot of those movies. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
And of course, Multiverse of Madness. Those two are my main two.
Okay.
And Spider-Man as well, just to see what they're going to do, and because they are bringing back a lot of characters that were in the earlier Sony Spider-Man movies, right? So they're bringing back Jamie Foxx as Electro, Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus. So excited to see what kind of role they will play. And of course, the worst kept secret, which is, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. So yeah, those three are my favorite movies that I'm looking forward to: Spider-Man, Thor, and Doctor Strange too. Yeah.
So Sony, the head of Sony Studios, just confirmed 2 days ago or 3 days ago that while No Way Home is the last movie in the current contract between the two studios, they will continue to work together to connect what they are calling the Sony Marvel Universe. That's the official name given to their characters. They have about 900 Marvel characters through Spider-Man, and they're definitely going ahead with something that they have been talking about for a long time. That's the Sinister Six. That'll be the ensemble Spider-Man villain. So probably Doc Ock and Electro
maybe.
will be the foundation for that. And then there's also rumors of the upcoming Venom movie and Morbius movies, because Morbius in the trailer itself features Vulture, and Vulture is from the MCU Spider-Man movie. So Michael Keaton's character is definitely coming back. So he said that they're definitely going to continue the partnership and look at
It's good for them. They make money.
Exactly, and it's good in the sense that both sides can access the characters from either. What a lot of people were shocked was when they announced Aaron Thompson as coming back, not as Quicksilver, but as Kraven the Hunter, another popular Spider-Man villain. So he's getting his own movie. I don't know how that's going to work out, but yeah. So you have all those characters coming in, and the fact that, like you said, all these older characters being brought in to reprise their roles, definitely something big is in the works. And Doctor Strange being involved in that is not a per chance thing. It's definitely part of the big plan.
That covers TV and movies. All right, you guys. This has been the pilot episode of Chocolate Hollywood Connection with Shami. This was our Marvel discussion. Stay tuned for many, many more episodes of Geekdom. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Vasanth and Nuwan. I'll be seeing you guys again soon.
All right, we're very happy to be here.
Yeah, very happy to be here, and thanks for inviting us.
Thanks for having us.